So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to learn about data types. Okay, so let's start. So in Java the data types specify the different size and values that we can store in the variables. Okay, so it is basically known as in variables we can store like which data types and how much value. Okay, so Java statically typed language, meaning every variable must be declared with a data type. So if the there is a character, then we can use for char data type. If there is any number, we can use integer. If there is any decimal, we can go for long or double. Okay, let's begin with. So in data types, we have two type. So there are two types of data types. That is primitive data type and non-primitive data types. So we can say primitive data types. It is also known as primary data type, and the second is non-primitive data types is also known as user-defined data types. So in primitive data types, we have two types, that is numeric data types and non-numeric data. So in numeric also we have two sub types, that is integer and decimal. So in integer we have a sub data type, that is byte, short, int, long. So the size of the byte is 1 byte, the size of the short is 2 byte, and the size of the integer int is 4 bytes, and the size of the long is 8 bytes. Next is decimal data type, that is it's come in decimal there are two types, that is float and double, and the size of float is 4 byte and the size of double is 8 byte. So next come to the non-numeric data type, that is char and boolean. So in character we have 2 byte and the boolean is of 1 bytes. And next is user defined data types, which is also known as non-primitive data type, that is classes, interface, arrays, strings. Okay, so let's begin with the next. In primitive data type I have like told you that byte, boolean, char, this all comes, and the default size of byte, that is 0. I've already default value is 0, and the size I have like already informed you. In boolean the size is false, default value is false. In character the default value will be this, and in short the default value will be 0. In integer default value will be 0. In long the default value will be 0l, and in float the default value will be with decimal, that is 0.0f, and in double the default value will be 0.0d. So let's begin with this. So here I am showing how to declare the data types. Okay, so basically here first I'm going to start with integer value, that is int. My int num is equals to 5. So if I want to print it, I can just do it south and control space. So integer is plus concatenate. This is a concatenation operator we will learn in further videos. Okay, plus num. Here I will print the num value. So the output will be 5. Okay, let's print the integer max value. Okay, so max value and minimum value. How much max value integer took, that I have already informed you. It will take 4 bytes. Okay, let's begin with that. So south int plus int integer dot max value. Okay, so let's copy with this. Next we will print the minimum value of integer. Just you have to type min minimum value. Okay, forget about this. So how much total we can store in minimum in the integer, that is 214748368. This is like minimum value and this is the maximum value we can store in the integer. Okay, the which is of 4 bytes. Next go with the byte, okay, which is of 1 byte. So I'll comment it down for byte. This is for integer. Okay, for integer for byte will show so short byt byte concatenation as such short dot, okay, short dot m minimum value. Let's do with this same. We'll print the maximum value of byte. Here we have to type max. Okay, let's print. So here you can see guys that is the maximum value, or here is the minimum value of maximum value of byte, and here is the minimum value of byte. Okay, okay, let's do it like this. Max, sorry, min, and here is the max. Let's do value, type value. It will be the output will be more clear. Same with this. Let's copy paste this. Okay. Minimum value. Next is maximum value. Okay. So here I have printed. So next will be we are going to print of long. Okay, long minimum and maximum value we are going to print. Okay. So in this, one second, in the long I will type, well, for long, that is of SYSO long long minimum value, and here is the maximum value of max plus long dot, one second guys, hello ng long dot minimum value, same for plus long dot maximum value we can print here. So for long we are printing the maximum value. So let's see the output. So basically here is the long minimum value. Minimum value is here and the maximum value is here. One second, it's getting, just print a blank and so new line we will print it so it will look more clear. Okay, now let's see the output. Okay, so yeah, this is integer minimum value, maximum value, byte minimum and maximum value, long minimum and maximum value. Okay, so next we are going to print of float which is used for decimal. Okay, float float, south float float, mi and min, value value plus fl float dot minimum value we can print minimum v value. So let's see it will work. float float max value we will print, that is of f float dot max value. Okay, so let's see the float minimum and maximum value. Okay, here we got float minimum and maximum value. Yeah, here you can see float minimum and maximum value. Okay, float minimum maximum value. Next will be of double. D O T O U B U B L E double. So in double we are going to print double is of 8 bytes. So the minimum value will be of 1 second. Minimum value of double. Okay, double dot minimum value. So here is the maximum value we can print. Okay, min minimum, elue, max max, elue. So here we can see the minimum and maximum value of all the data types. Okay, 1 second. It's now it will be more clear. As why so new line I have printed. Now it will be more clear for us to understand. Okay, so double minimum and maximum value we are like the output in output. Here float minimum and maximum value, long minimum and maximum value. Okay, so that's all in this video. So in next video we are going to learn about operators. What are the use of operators in Java? If you like my video, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.